Good day, good day. How are we, folks? Sorry, got an itchy nose. What's going on? How are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. We're back live again. Let's just put this on the wall. Sorry, I'm just stepping behind the camera. Dan Wood's first in. Well done, Dan Wood. Excellent. I don't know why my face is suddenly itching. Got AD out in control, suffering with a cold, unfortunately, but we're still pressing on because we've got a lot to do today. If you're just joining us on the live stream, well done you. Thank you very much for joining us. Great to see you here today. We're going to be doing some spinning. Spin. It's a spinny kind of day. I'm just going to actually just share this link out just while we're talking amongst ourselves and see if anybody wants to join us. So I'm pretty sure I do know how to do that. I've just got to click a few buttons on my phone, but as is usual now, the phone doesn't want to respond. So thank the YouTube app. Let's go and stand by the door, shall we? Well, you can see with the table, I'm going to be doing some here it is. Yeah, some stuff, which should be quite interesting. How do we do the share video? There we go. Copy link. Right. Okay. So hopefully, we should be right. I'm going to share my status actually. Yeah, should we do that? I don't normally do that. Let's do an update, shall we? Let's do an update. Type, paste. There we go. So everybody gets that. My status is pending. Fantastic. Right, so we've shared that out. Jolly good show. Okay, folks, well, welcome aboard. It's great to see you all here. We've got a couple of cameras going. We've got the iPhone plus the Roam cam. So obviously we can give you some nice close-up shots as and when of what's going on. We're continuing the set of 9. In fact, if we have Roam cam for a second, buddy, I'll show everybody what we look like. So that's going to be the spin table. This is the sessions today. I've got 4 to do in this particular session. We'll probably be streaming a little later on as well. Bonsoir, Christine. Just joined us on the chat. I can't see any monitors, but so I've got AD feeding that into my ears. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yes, seems like a while ago now. Yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all had their top spins put on. Looking pretty good, those actually. So we're using this principle of color replication. So the end one takes its color. Sorry, say it again, mate. Hang on, because I can barely hear you. Hang on. It's just crazy. Signals are all popping out today. Right, hang on. Let's turn him up. Right, say that again, buddy. I can hear you better now. It was me. It was my end. So yeah, let's go up to the end. Hopefully you can still get my signal. So we're replicating the colors from the first one onto the second one. So we've got that nice mauve. Oh my God, that's way too loud now. Right, I'll have to turn you down in my ears then. Oh, look. Hello, there he is. Can we see him? Right, signal over there. Let's go and walk over there. Look, there he is. Look, he's real. Hey! Yeah, so I use the colors from the background of that one to go onto there. And so on, that sequence goes all the way across. Yes, it's just I lose signal to you in my... Not really, no, it's pretty bad. Okay. Anyway, I'll carry on and talk. Yeah, you're just blowing out in my ears so badly. I've turned you right down and it's even worse now. Oh dear. Sorry, what? Yes, hello, can you hear me? Right, got them the right way around now. Right, okay, I'll have to put this down because this has got not got the Velcro-y thing on it. Oh, this is fun, isn't it? This is fun. Right, folks, I'm going to have to figure this out. Sorry about that. No, I don't. I've got no Velcro here at all. I'll have to just clip it on for now, unless we have to figure it out. I'm just going to clip it on, and you can tell me whether you can hear me or not. Sorry, everyone. Got problems with microphones. Right, can you hear me? Hello? Now I can't hear him. God, this is going well, isn't it? Okay, talk amongst yourselves, folks. Right, I'll stop the table then. I don't know quite what's going on. Right, so let's figure this out. So my start is the yellow, and I'm going to go from that corner to that corner. That's the way I'll be going. Right, okay, so almost ready to go. I'll just wait for Adi to come back on comms. He's probably gone to cut some Velcro. I can hear him. There he is. Tiny bit of Velcro, right. Okay. Don't know if you could hear me anyway with that, but... Right, let's get that Velcroed on. Right, go and have a listen to that then. Okay. Right, okay, normal services resumed. So apologies, folks. We've had an issue with the microphones where they're in such constant use at the moment. Obviously, something's going on with the charge for the main part of 81. So we do have a backup set, which is this white set, which are charged up. So we've just had to do a quick microphone swap. So apologies, you can skip past that if you're watching on catch up. You might have to do a few little swaps and changes here and there, but hopefully you can all hear me okay. 1 2, hello 2 2. 1 2, hello, can you hear me? Hello, 1 2 1 2, testing the microphone. Hello, 1 2, can you hear me? I'll just talk while Adi tries to set the microphone. Hello, can you hear me? In what way does it sound? What, you can't hear it, or muffled. Okay, well, it's pointing down and it's in the same place as the other one, so yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, we'll make do with what we got then, guys. So, right, okay, are we ready to get painting? I think so. Shall we do it, everybody? Let's do it. Let's get some paint on some canvas.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
Okay, so we're going in with some lime green. So lime is going to come from the one that's previous. I'm going to get that on and feature fairly heavily because it's the base colour from the one that we finished off with the other day. The common themes are gold, white and cream. So these have to go on. I need gold at the end, actually, because I need a little bit of gravity in this. So I'm going to pop a little drop of the jade green in, just swapping over to the iPhone. Let's see if we can actually get on now with the session after all these little problems that are besetting us. So we'll get the lighter colours on now. I need these to kind of go out. Let's send that kind of that way a little bit, and we'll send the cream out this way. Oh, sorry, the other way around. That's fine. And then just the gold to go. So I'm going to lay the gold on the top. And I think I might actually do one. Yeah, let's go for a little soups on that way. Let's see what happens. Give that little spray. Slightly more colours. I think there are 2 more colours than I would normally put on. Outlying edges need a spray, definitely. Need to get those moving. Right, so for the first time today, folks, are we ready to have a bit of a spin? Shall we do it? Let's have a go then. Here we go on 3, 2, 1. Let's spin away. Hi, Morton. Morton just joining us on the chat. Oh, joined a while back. Okay. J.R. Baker, hello. Do you actually do any baking? J.R. Baker. Great to see you. Thank you very much for being on the chat. Great to hear from you. Right, so we're going to give that a little spin. Nothing too major. I'm trying to look at the corners to make sure we're not flipping up on top of itself. Let's get that moving at the very least. Now I'm listening to the little droplets that the sound of the paint makes as it flies off the canvas. Nothing yet, so we're only just reaching the edges. It's a good barometer of how things are progressing, because it does become increasingly more difficult to see what's going on in the center as it's spinning around. It's really probably as fast as I want to go. So let's stop that and see where we're at. Where's it moving to? What do we need to maneuver? The jade greens are taking over a little bit. Oh, actually, that's not bad. I think we need to do a little skadooshing here and there. So I'm going to get my scraper, and we're just going to maneuver that just slightly in and out of itself. And I reckon one more spin. That's nice. It's like a flower, that. Happy days. So let's go lime green over there. Let's pull some white back through. That's nice. Let's pull some white back through there. No, the gold's on there, man. I can see it. It's just you probably can't see it on the camera. Yeah, there's plenty of gold. So let's do that. That's a little bit better. Don't really want any more thinners on that. Let's get that moving. Okay, here we go. So what's that's going to do now? You see, look, these little candy canes are going to go that way, add a little bit of gravity. We've pulled some of the white back in there. So it's just going to lighten up some of that jade. We've got a bit of jade going through this way, so it doesn't need a huge amount, just a very quick, reasonably fast spin. And that one's done. It's going to look a bit like a nice orchid when it's done, and probably something like that. Here we go. Spin, spin, spin. This will be the first one done. Now, if I have time today, then I've got a second one to do, which is in the main paint room. So we're probably going to be streaming that one. So I've got a full afternoon ahead of streaming. If you're working, not working, driving here, there and everywhere, you can pop us on in the background. Keep it streaming on your device. It's got plenty to entertain you this afternoon. And then we're back live again for our closed group on the Suarez Art Academy session at 6 p.m. Which if you're signed up to that, you'll be able to see us. So full afternoon of being in front of cameras. Right, okay, that should theoretically speaking be enough. Yeah, happy with that. Like that. There's our petal shapes. Right.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So I'm going to get that off, and then we'll get the next one on. We'll put this on the edge of the tarp over here. There we go. Nice. Okay, right. So next up, we've got the gold one. This is gold going into melon. So we finish off with a light-coloured gold going into the really nice gold. Now, this will be the only one that doesn't feature the real gold, because that's in the centre anyway. It'd be pretty pointless putting gold on gold, because you're never going to see it. So again, Rome calm down a little bit. Better? Okay. Right, so I'm going to exit with melon. So this is my way around, it's that way around. And then we're going, so this is going to be yellow and this gold. So it's yellow and that gold into there, but not the melon. So that's fine. Melon's for the next one. Because I'm starting melon here, I'm going to be featuring melon on the next one, melon and the other gold. So this is quite the crucial one, because I haven't got enough contrast colours to put on. I mean, I can start introducing others, but I don't want to start losing what I've got already. So so far so good. We'll get the yellow on this. We'll get that on first. This is a canary yellow, so no more greens or anything. We're done with all the whole green thing. This is, remember, the colours of the rainbow. That's, oh, sorry. Got to go the other way. Gotta go the other way. Top to bottom. Right. Okay. Almost messed that up. It's fine. We'll go yellow that way. Little soups on here. Then we'll flick through the centre with the lovely gold. This is a new supplier that we've got. So I'll get one going that way. It's going to look nice. And go this way. Beautiful. Let's get the white and the cream on. Hello, Eleanor. Just joining us. Great to see you. That's the cream gone on. That's the white. Okay, perfect. So this just comes down to, do I want to put anything else on? Well, we've got the olive on the one that we've just done. I think anything else on here would be criminal. So we are just going to have those few colours. There's nothing else I feel that really needs to go on. So we'll just give those a little spray, encourage them. It's not really going to help the gold colour I put on, because it's a different type of paint. But we'll definitely get that spin in. I'm getting through gloves like there's no tomorrow. Right, here we go for another spin then, folks. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, V. V just joined us. Good stuff. You're all joining in now. This is lovely. All right, there we go on the twin camera shot. So let's see now what happens to that center as we start to spin it up. That's as fast as we need to go. Now, if it doesn't do what it's a giant hot dog, look. If it doesn't do what I want to do, I'll staple down the sides and spin it to within an inch of its life. But I'm hopeful now that we'll get this nice corner-to-corner action going on as it starts to spread out. We can afford to take a time a little bit with this one. But what I might do is start to skadoosh out some swoops and loops so it forms some kind of, little spiral galaxies. Right, let's have a look at how that's doing in the middle. Okay, pretty good so far. Actually, I like the colour separation. That's rather pleasant. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a little manoeuvre of that with the side that isn't green. Oh, that's really nice, that. So where do we want to take it? It's coming in on that one. So let me just take that round. Yeah, the little drip's kind of cool, isn't it? So where do I want to take that? Not too far, actually. Let's just go maybe one there. Let's take one round there and encourage it a little bit. Good. And then let's take that one to there. And then if we expand that one, maybe do the same there. And then let's take that yellow one through there and one down at the bottom. They won't necessarily do anything, these, but it will just give a little bit of colour separation here, which is nice. I don't want them to mix too much, and this is quite nice and dark here, so I'm just going to encourage that to go there, and maybe just the last one there. There we go. Just to give it just something. We've got a few tails off on the other side, so I want those to actually disappear. That one's already gone. So let's just do those couple. And let's get that spinning. Just give me a second, guys. Let's just get my hands done because I have to keep taking the gloves on and off while putting fresh ones on all the time. Oh, what nice white cloth. Oh, white cloth, yeah. Face towel. On my sleeve, yeah. Right, okay, so let's get some fresh gloves on. Let's get that spinning. Right, here we go in 3, 2, 1, and we are spinning. Okay, let's see what we get out of this. We've got a giant cosmic gold banana that's currently eating a hot dog. It's the hot dog banana show.
What?
Right, let's get that spinning. We're only going to do one more on this. And already I can see things starting to move a little bit. Now, the little drop of thinners I put on is helping to move the paint as it starts to sink in. So not much flying off the edge, which is good. Right, let's stop it there. Don't think these are going to need a lot. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, see what that's done? That's kind of separated things out a little bit. Let's do Rome, buddy. Let's give everyone a quick look on that, because that's an unusual combination I wouldn't normally use. Let's go on to Rome Cam and show you. So you can see that little bit of separation now, all starting to go. Oh yeah, you see some nice interesting things going on there. Almost looks three-dimensional in places. We've got the strength of the gold from the small tin, adding a little bit of gravity to it. And then we've got all the joy and all the banana-ish things going on. But actually some really interesting details just beginning to poke their head out. And we've still got that nice sort of shimmer of the gold going on as well, pushing through the backdrop of what lies underneath. So I'm going to take that. That's rather pleasant. Like that's like a butterfly. There you go. It's a hot dog butterfly eating a banana. Right, coming off. That's the second one done. Which way around are we? I am that way. So I'll line that up with the one I've just done, and then we'll get the next one on board. Doing well so far. Colours are nice, patterns are nice, all looking, it's the exact same technique, but they're all looking slightly different. And that's the kind of thing I was going for. You know, they've all got to work together as a set, but at the same time, they all still need to be different enough to act on their own merit, so to speak. So let's get the next one on. Okay, right, so fresh gloves. Now, if we are live later, which we should be, there'll be a bit of a break when this one is finished. We'll get all the 4 cameras set up back in the existing paint room, because I've got a gigantic one to paint there. In fact, I'll probably take you in there on Roam Cam before I finish this broadcast. But for now, so we're going melon into orange. So I now need to go gold and melon. They're my 2. important ones. So let's get the melon on first. We need to get melon over on this side, so we've got a standard chance of seeing it. And we're going bottom left to top right. So my melon needs to be sort of around there, doesn't it? Let's do a small skadoosh there. That's nice. Now, folks, if you are enjoying what we're doing, and of course, why wouldn't you? Please do give us a nice big thumbs up. That's what we want. A thumbs up is really, really important. Tells all the bots and the AIs and everything that you're enjoying this, and you might just recommend it out to somebody else who hasn't seen one of these broadcasts. So a thumbs up would be really great. If you're not quite sure how to do that, this little video will remind you.
Now, if you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button. And click on your bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.
Yes, I can hear you. We're back on Rome. Yep. So JR Baker asking a question, by the way. Thank you very much for asking that. Is it some kind of paper I'm painting on? No, this is canvas. It's cotton canvas with a primer on the top of it. It's 380 GSM, which is a medium weight. It should be heavier, but yeah, take that up with the company that made it. And yeah, so it's cut from a great big roll. That's how I buy it. And it's base coated and top coated in enamel paints, which is the paint that you can see going on now. It's been our preferred method of paint for, well, pretty much forever. Tried acrylics and tried all that lot. Yeah, is what it is. But these, hence the breathing mask, because it's very toxic, pretty awesome. So we've kind of stuck with it. Great question though, thank you for asking. So we're on the lighter side now, so I just want to have a little inclusion of that gold there. It's going to look quite nice. Right, little spray, off we go again. See if we can make another cosmic banana hot dog. Tempted a little bit to staple the edges, but I'm still gonna. I think we're okay at the moment. Let's just see how we get on. Right, so let's spin again, folks. We're keeping those themes of gold, white, and cream, which exists in all of them. It's the bit that keeps it all together. So let's see if this behaves itself. All right, things are definitely mixing. I'm trying to keep an eye on the edges. After a point in time, your eye just goes, nope, I give up. I can't see what's happening. But I do tend to find if you stare right at the very centre, things don't get too trippy. Right, so gradually increasing the speed, keeping my eye on what's going on the edges. Little tiny bit of lift, so I'm going to come off the speed a little bit. And then we've got one to go, which is going to feature orange and gold and whites and all those nice colours. But for now, let's see how we're getting on. What shape have we created? Hey, that's pretty nice. I'm taking that. That'll do. I like that. No. That's my... Are you still there? You still there? Yeah, couldn't hear anything. Right. Okay, right, so let's get some gloves on. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. So we are... which camera are we on? Yeah, so that, the way you're looking at it for iPhone, then is melon into orange. Which is good. So actually on the orange we've got the nice contrast of the white and the melon, so you get to see that. We've got that underlying darker gold, which is great. Then over the top you've just got the lighter tones. So I think that's mixed really well. Let's get that off. Kind of tend to know when these are done. I definitely like the cosmic banana. It's a nice one. I'll give you a look on Rome Cam actually in just a sec at the three we've just done. Apologies we had the technical gremlins at the start, but fortunately it would seem that those were behind us at the moment. Sue Evans, 1:14 a.m. Gosh, Sue, that's pretty good going, Sue. Thank you for joining us at 1:15 in the morning. Are we stapled down? No, we're not stapled down actually. The reason for that, Sue, is at the moment with them being quite small canvases, I don't really have to spin them that fast. The bigger they are, I tend to have to spin them more because it's more difficult to get paint to go towards the edges. That just becomes a logistics thing. But with these at the moment, they're just about on the edge of behaving themselves. Right, I am top left to bottom right. Good question though, thank you for asking. Top right to bottom left. Right, just need to get some more orange from my can. Okay. Oh, come. Excuse me, can you just open? Thank you. So this last one is going to feature orange. We've already done the melon now, so no melon, but it is going to be orange and the golds and the whites. So let's get the orange really. Oh, it's top left, isn't it? So we're going to skadoosh that. That's going to go nicely. And we're going to go with the gold. That's a white and cream, so not a huge amount on this. What we've done is, on the first one, which is purples, is take the burgundy and the red and feature that. So that's kind of gone on already. Just trying to keep these themes active across all of them. Gold being the important one. It's going to be at the end of the run, this. And the broad principle is, do I go with the other gold? No, the other gold's too brown. I don't want brown on this. That's it. The principle is that when these are stretched around the frame, which camera are they? So when these get stretched around the frame, then imagine 10 centimeters is going to go around. So when you view it from the side, you get those colors. In fact, if I do it that way, so if you're coming down the other side of the corridor, where this is destined for, you'd see that burgundy going into the red. But then on the other side of the one we've just taken off, you get the orange. So even if you don't get the orange of this one, you'll get orange on the front side, but then the continuation of orange will be on canvas 2. Canvas 2 finishes and exits with the melon yellow, which you're introduced to on the orange canvas, and then the melon goes onto the side of that. So actually, it's the sides, because it's quite a narrow corridor, that are just as important as what lies on the front. And the principle is that, oh, shoot, sorry. The principle is that you get this continuation and blend of colours, not just on the base, but also on the front, and they link themselves all together. So there is plenty of thought in that. Oh yeah, I have upset quite a lot, haven't I? That's me getting into what I was talking about. Thank goodness for the tarp on the floor, eh? Right, okay, so let's go one loop there, and let's oppose that in the cream and pop the cream into the red side going into the burgundy. I think that should look quite nice, except that I won't walk over there now. And what I will do is pop that in there and one there. Right, okay, so let's see how this one pans out. Gloves off again. And then I did say I'll give you a look on Roam Camp. I will, I promise. Interesting. Right, okay, here we go then, folks. Here we go. Now, I'm not putting red on here because we've got red on the bottom anyway. And of course, if I were to do that on the white, I'm going to get pink, and pink doesn't really feature at this end of the corridor because it's not linked to the other end. So if you want to kind of think about my decision choices as to what paint goes on what. But they're a really nice sequence, actually. Right, so I'm just listening to the canvas. You can actually hear it as it lifts. It does make a noise as the corners lift. I'm just trying to be as careful as I can be. So Morgan Antoinette in Phoenix. Hello, Morgan. Great to hear from. Oh, Morgan Antoinette Phoenix. Sorry, not in Phoenix. So this is enamel paint. which we have specially made for us here. And it's incredibly toxic, hence the reason why I am wearing a mask. Yeah, I've got one more spin left under that one. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Enamel paints are quite difficult to use. They don't behave like normal paints, so have to be extremely careful. Not just health and safety wise, but actually they can go very muddy and very dark and very brown very, very quickly. So it's only after a number of years of practice that I'm confident to use them, but it is the complete mainstay of everything that we do here, and would not be without them for anything. I think this is calling for, I know what it needs. It needs a drop of something, so let me just drop that in. Yeah, it's a great question, Morgan. Thank you very much for asking that. If you've got any other questions about the paints, very happy to answer them. I'm going to go with this ruby. It needs just something just there. A tiny something. I wasn't going to put red on, and I've just completely and utterly changed my mind. So that's fine. It just needed that tiny little something. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Right, let's see what this does. No, because I don't want it to react to the base coat, mate, which is what I'm getting. But if it doesn't work, I'll have to. Let's see if it'll move with the amount of thinners that's on there already. Yeah, that will be the next option. Okay, right, so let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to staple this one down. It needs to be spun a little bit quicker than where it's at the moment. Staple gun. Let's just staple it. Hello, Maggie. So Maggie has said in Spanish, it has a life. There you go, I'm doing a bit of an instant Google Translate. Gracias, Maggie. Muy bien. Right, big spin now because I've stapled the edges. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's crank this bad boy up.
Do it! Just do it!
Dan saying an eagle in flight. Very little paint coming off today, but I want that centre just to do so a little bit more than what it's doing. So now we know that I've secured the edges, the corners I should say. Let's see if that has done anything. Yeah, nice. That'll do. I like that. That's done. Definitely is something in flight. Let's use my random black glove that's been sat in there for months. There we go. One black glove, one white glove. Excellent. Right, okay, that's coming off. And then I think we'll do a roam cam and show you those four all together. Now, obviously what you can't see at the moment until everything is secured properly is what all 9 are going to look like. But when I photograph them and Photoshop them, they should look pretty awesome. So I'm sure we'll be able to share that as an image on the screen at some point in one of the future broadcasts. Of course, you've got to keep your notifications on to know when we are coming at you live. So make sure you continue to do that. Make sure you are subscribed, folks, and click on your bell icon. And then at least you stand a chance of getting a notification. Let's at least put it that way. Now I can see lots of juicy things happening as I speak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the roam cam and see if you would like to have a look at what we've done. V's here. Hello, V. Oh, Rob D, sorry. I only caught the E bit at the end. Right, okay, so we started, look, with the yellow base. moving into the gold, the yellow gold, and then we brought in the yellow and the greens, and we popped in the jade for a bit of contrast, lovely, with the gold shimmering at the top. Then we've gone into the cosmic banana, which we've just done, so none of the gold, but we used the darker gold, which features on that edge, and brought that into here, along with that yellow, and brought that in as well with the white and the cream, which are the continuing pieces that join it all together. And then we've gone in with the orange, and we feature the canary yellow from this side going in, along with the gold, and along with the whites, just three very basic colours, but a real nice contrast. That's disappeared off the edges. The gold looking stunning there. We've almost got this little green thing going on, because of course we do get a reaction with the gold. It actually just does contain metallic flake, and anything that's subjected to a solvent-based attack can verdigris up and oxidize very quickly. So that green tinge is physics happening in front of your very eyes, folks. And then we've just finished off now by popping that little bit of ruby in the center, which is mixed just a tiny bit with the white, which actually is really nice. We've still got all the joy of the red going behind it. We've got lots of peaches and golds going on, because we wanted to extend that orangey color into there, which I think we've just about managed to do. But we've kept all that gold all exploding there. It looks gorgeous in the light. There's lots of spotlights in the corridor where this is definitely for. So I think as you move around this space, whether you see corners, edges, all linking down, and as you move, you're going to get all these interplaying elements of light and refraction and textural elements and explosions, and you get delicate things, and you get fronds, and then you get movements, and then you get ripples, and you get rivers, and you get sparkles, and then you get contrasts, and you get tonal changes, and then you get other things you don't expect, and then you move down, you get more and more and more different colours, all each one linking together. Blues into blue, into pink, into gold, into purple, and then so, and it repeats itself again. It comes all the way back around to feature the burgundy, which is on the end of there. So as you can see here, from one side to the other, folks, all the way through. Say again. There. There you go. So now you can see, hopefully, start to see that progression going all the way down. Let's run down on my back. And then we go up, and then we carry on, and we go this way. All the way to the end, and there you go. That's the rainbow. So nine canvases, all done. Yeah, thank you, Maggie. Hermoso. Sue loves the orange and gold one. Thank you, Sue. So Morgan asking, how long does it please take to dry? Well, fully dry, about 3 weeks. We can photograph most of them after about 2 days, but they do need plenty of time to cure, which is why they're sat in this room at the moment to do their curing, as we've got lots over here, as you can see, because all of this is destined to go out to people. So we're very busy at the moment. All these are commissioned paintings. Lots going on, but they will take a long time. These are about 2 weeks old, and we'll still need another 10 days before we can put them around their frames. And in fact, hopefully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, split into 2, 7, 8, these will be installed, we hope, fingers crossed, on the 21st of November. So everything has to be done and ready to go to the client on that day, and we will be travelling with them, and we will be hanging them in that installation. So everything has to be dry, providing they're signed off on these last 2. Everything else is destined perhaps for the new year, but I'm still in the process of painting. So yeah, there's a lot going on, folks. But there we go. That's the rainbows complete. I'm really happy with those. I think they look really nice. So yeah, happy days. They're all done. Right. Did you enjoy that? The answer to that is a yes. If you've been watching live, thank you so much for tuning in. We are... What's the time now, mate? 3:30. So around about 4 p.m, I'm going to be live again. So give me 25-30 minutes. Around about 4 o'clock, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do another painting in the other room. I know I did hint at the fact that we'd move in there now and I'd show you what was going on, but I think I need to have a sit down for 5 minutes. So I'm going to get set up in there. So you've got about 25 minutes to go and make a cup of tea, sort what you need to sort out, and then join us again. Okay, so no excuses. I don't care if you've got kids to pick up or you're going shopping or work to do, except for Sue, because it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning, so you're excused. And we're going to be live again, and I'm doing a massive 3-meter long piece full of monochromes, so that should be a really cool one. So we'll see you very shortly, folks, if you can join us. Thank you so much for watching right now. Tom Oakes is late again. Don't worry, Tom, we'll be back in half an hour, so make your cup of tea, and we'll see you very shortly. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you again in about half an hour.